This week in writing, we are going to learn what's called commas in a series. Okay, so this is a comma. I'm sure you've seen a comma before, either in your reading book or maybe just on your workbook page. But this is a comma right here. This is what a comma looks like. It kind of is like a period, but it just has a tail. Commas usually go at the bottom of words. So you see how I have comma, and then I have the actual mark, the comma, it hangs. It hangs between at the bottom of two words. If you've seen a comma before, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if not, I'll show you whenever we get to it in our sentences. So what we're learning this week is how to write commas, or we're learning when to use commas in a sentence, okay? Anytime you have a sentence and you're listing certain things, like if I would say my shirt was black, red, blue, purple. See how I listed 4 different colors? When you're writing that out, when you're listing each color, you have to place what's called a comma between each one to separate them as you're listing them. So your commas will only go between the things that you are listing. Let me show you an example. So I just gave it to you orally. Let me show you how it would look if we wrote it down. So the first sentence says, I like to eat pizza, pasta, and wings. Now, if you look here, you can see that I am listing the foods that I like, which are pizza, pasta, and wings. Now, when I'm writing down those things that I like to eat, I have to place commas in between them. So, of course, we know we capitalize our first letter, I. So, I like to eat pizza. There's something else, so I'm going to put a comma. See where the comma goes? At the bottom between the two. Pasta, another comma. When we get to and, that means that it is finished. We don't need any more commas after that. So anytime you're listing something, when you get to the word and is letting you know that it's the end of it, and we're about to say the last thing, which is wings. So now we can finish it with a period. Again, I like to eat pizza, pasta, and wings. Here I was listing the foods that I like, which are pizza, pasta, and wings. I put a comma after pizza, a comma after pasta. I don't need one before wings because, like I said, when you see the word and wings, and is letting you know that we're getting to the end of all the things that we're listing, okay? Let's look at number 2. We played soccer, baseball, basketball, and volleyball. In this sentence, I am listing all of the sports that I played. So when I'm writing this one, I have to put commas between the sports to show that I'm listing them. So, of course, remember we start with our capital letter. And let's go ahead and start placing commas. So we play soccer, comma, baseball, comma, basketball, comma, and volleyball. I will not need a comma between and volleyball because remember, when you have and is letting you know that it is the end of the sentence. We're listing the last thing, and now we can finish with our period. Okay? So I do want you to write these down so that you have practice, and I want you to try number 3 on your own. Tom packed beans, rice, and chips. Again, Tom packed beans, rice, and chips. I want you to try this one on your own, okay? So this is called commas in a series. Whenever we are listing things in a sentence, we place commas between them to separate each thing, okay? So that is our writing lesson on this week, practicing with commas. Okay, I'm going to move so you can pause it at some point, and you'll go ahead and write them, practice them, because I'm going to ask for them tomorrow when we're on Zoom. Go ahead and write it. Practice number 3 on your own, okay?